Hello. Back in October, my boyfriend Zach and I went to Iceland, and they have some pretty good record shops there. So in this vinyl haul video, I figured we could do like a collective haul, since he does these kinds of videos on his channel, Dystopian Dance Party. His are a little more in-depth about just the selection at the store and the store itself, where my hauls are just, here's what I bought. So I figured we could kind of do this together. He might be able to use some of this footage for his video, maybe.
I'm gonna edit you out.
Thanks. We went to 2 record stores in Iceland. The first one we went to was
Reykjavik Record Shop.
Reykjavik Record Shop. The record selection there was pretty interesting. A lot of the stuff, pretty much most of the stuff, were European pressings of the records. There was a lot of Icelandic music there, but we didn't really do, like, we should have.
We didn't buy any Icelandic.
We didn't buy any Icelandic music. We should have like listened to some before we got there to see.
I almost bought a record by a band called Ice Cross. They're basically like a, what I guess I would describe them as like an Icelandic Grand Funk Railroad, but not as good. But it was like 4,000 kroner, so.
Yeah,
sorry, Ice Cross.
everything in Iceland in general is pretty expensive. So nothing we got was a bargain. It's all honestly stuff we probably could have got in the States. But we were there, we were on vacation. People spend money on vacation. So the first thing I picked up was Jazz by Queen. This was 35 kroner. For some reason in this video, I keep forgetting to add the final 2 zeros to the prices, so forgive me. Which is kind of expensive, but
3,500.
This has my personal theme song, Fat Bottom Girls, and the great B-side to that, Bicycle Race. Don't Stop Me Now, also a great song. And I also got News of the World. Am I holding this upside down? Oh no, the back is just upside down. News of the World, which has We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. Shit like that. What are you looking at?
I was just seeing if there was anything else that I recognized. No. Get Down, I know Get Down, Make Love.
Right, which in my last haul video, I talked about that song, excuse you, because it is on Pretty Hate Machine by 9 Inch Nails. They do a cover of Get Down, Make Love. I also picked up So by Peter Gabriel, which is not as lame of an album as people may think it is. In Your Eyes gets a bad rap, but Sledgehammer alone was worth the 19 ISK that this costs. Because Sledgehammer is not on Spotify. A crappy live version.
Yeah, there's a live version where
nobody wants that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a glorified Sledgehammer 12-inch as far as we're concerned.
Basically.
I'm just gonna hold this up for the rest of it.
Oh, Peter Gabriel's here with me. I'm so excited. And the last thing I picked up at Reykjavik Record Shop was this, Return to the 36 Chambers, the dirty version by ODB. This is actually brand new and very expensive. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid for this. I definitely could have just like bought this off of Amazon, but I saw it sitting there and I wanted it, so I got it. And I think I mentioned in some of my other hauls when I bought the Liquid Swords that I'm gonna collect all of them. I said Wu-Tang debut, although for most of them, their solo records were their debuts. The GZA, Liquid Swords, was not technically his debut, but it was like his Wu-Tang solo debut. So I will be collecting all of those, and this is actually 180 gram, I think. Yes, 180 grams.
So mine, let me just say up front that Kia took her record shopping a lot more seriously than I did. I feel like the one record of these that I can definitely say belongs to me. Like if we break up, when we break up, you will not be keeping it. Is the Fat Boys Wipeout on 7-inch with Crushin' on the B-side. I'm a big Fat Boys fan. I fucked up my my Tumblr once because I tagged Fat Boys so many times that I was getting like gay porn of chubby dudes recommended to me.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
Just
not what I was looking for. Yeah, this is the Fat Boys with the Beach Boys. It's not prime Fat Boys. It's a little novelty. Not like the serious bars that they were dropping on their like solo tracks. But I mean, the cover alone was worth. I feel like this was like like the equivalent of $1. So another one, kind of ironic that we picked this up in Iceland, since we actually live like 10 miles from Washington D.C. But Chocolate City by Parliament. It's cool that we found a Parliament record. In Reykjavik. They do love their funk and soul there. I heard so much black music, and this used to belong to someone named Helgi E.K.R. something. It got smudged, so I'm not sure. So yeah, so we inherited this from some Icelandic person.
Helgi.
Thanks, Helgi. And then last of all, I actually thought of this more as, I brought this is really more Kia's record because she's the one who kind of introduced me to Colonel Abrams. Trapped on 12-inch. It's got a great cover, like he's literally trapped by this neon rope. And it has a dance version on the back. It also has an a cappella version. So
we're about to be remixing up in here.
On my DJ sets, you'll be hearing a lot of Trapped.
That was Reykjavik Record Shop. We also bought some t-shirts. Mine was too small, so Zach actually has
I have two t-shirts. One actually fits me. One is for when I lose weight.
The second record store we went to in Reykjavik was called Lucky Records, and this store, like everywhere I read about it before we went, was like, this is the best record store in Iceland. It's probably the best record store I've ever been to.
This might be the best record store I've ever been to.
I definitely think it's the best record store I've ever been to. Now, granted, I have not been to nearly as many record stores as Zach has been to, but just the location was really cool. I'll drop in some footage of it. The location was cool. The collection was insane. Like, no record stores I've been to in the States have had this many records, this wide of a range of records, and it was almost more leaning toward like hip-hop kind of. They had a whole room of just hip-hop and R&B. Oh, brownies! Okay, we're back from the brownies. Lucky Records. The second store we went to is Lucky Records. Great store, huge selection, like we mentioned. A whole room just dedicated to 12 inches for R&B and hip-hop. A lot of world music, decent rock section. Their soul and funk and R&B section was probably one of the biggest I've seen.
That's one of the few stories I've seen where I wrote about this in an article I posted on a friend's blog. But it's one of the few record stores I've seen in the world where their R&B section was as big or bigger than the pop rock section. Usually you get a little bit of racism, basically.
They also sold used DVDs, CDs, they had tapes, they had everything there. As I mentioned, there was a huge selection of 45s, not 45s, of 12 inches. So the first one I picked up is the 12 inch for On Our Own, Bobby Brown's song from the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack.
3 versions.
Yeah, 3 versions. You got the extended club version, the radio edit, and then the regular edit?
The soundtrack version.
The soundtrack version. I have a slightly controversial opinion that Ghostbusters 2 is the better Ghostbusters, and I strongly think that this song has a lot to do with it. The extended club version is 6.5 minutes long. So.
You gotta show the back cover. I don't think I've ever heard the club version. Just the yellow
He probably just raps like the same rap over and over again. The other single that I picked up was The Men All Pause by Climax. I really enjoy Climax. Zach has described them as the female time, and it's so accurate because all their songs are just like theatrical. There's a lot of talking in the songs and drama, but The Men All Pause is a really great. What would you call the style of this song?
I mean, I would call it Jerry curl music, but you know, it's just sort of like that sort of Minneapolis-y like 80s funk with synthesizers.
The other things I picked up, full albums I picked up, are continuing on the Bobby Brown kick, Don't Be Cruel. This is not his debut solo album, I don't think, but
it might as well be.
It might as well be. Who gives a shit about anything else he's ever done? On Our Own, the song from the Ghostbusters soundtrack, honestly sounds like it could have been a cutting room floor. What do you call it? Not cutting room
outtake.
Floor. An outtake.
Yeah.
From this album.
Yeah, he just added the rap about Vigo.
It's really good. All of the
LA and Babyface.
All the up-tempo singles on this are amazing. Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Every Little Step is just so good. I also picked up Stevie Wonder's Hotter Than July. I'm a Stevie Wonder fan. I need to do more digging into his catalog. Like I have
Got Songs in the Key of Life.
Songs in the Key of
That's
Life.
A really good one.
That was one of the first records I bought when I started doing these hauls and stuff. So I picked this up while we were in Iceland. It was actually only 10 ISK, which is like $8.50.
Yeah,
US.
it's a good price, I feel like.
And it's got Master Blaster on it. And it's got the black version of Happy Birthday on here. If you are not familiar with it, look up black version of Happy Birthday. It was actually written for Martin Luther King when all the black people in the country were trying to get Martin Luther King Day to be a holiday, and that is what he wrote that song for, and it's awesome. And the last thing I picked up at Lucky Records was another Queen record, Sheer Heart Attack. So that makes 4 or 5 total for me. Well, I bought 3 in Iceland, 4 or 5 total. This has Killer Queen on it, Now I'm Here.
This is my era of Queen.
Is this your era?
Yeah, this is my era.
I really like the album art. The
Stone
picture
Cold
of it.
Crazy from the Encino Man soundtrack.
Yikes.
I picked up, again, mine are a little bit goofy. I actually...
How dare you call that goofy?
DeBarge, Rhythm of the Night. What I love about this is that it says right on the sleeve, from Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. That's one of my favorite movies. Vanity in a dramatic role. Timac, you know, like
in a role,
yeah, just Oscars all around, Oscar-worthy performances all around. So I already owned "We Don't Work for Free" by Grandmaster Flash, or I'm sorry, Grandmaster Melly Mel in the Furious 5. I had the original cover with the Sugar Hill Records, you know, that iconic blue Sugar Hill Records sleeve. But when I saw this picture sleeve, I was like, I will buy this motherfucker again, just so I can have this image in my home. And this is probably, I don't know if Kia knows this yet, but this is probably going up in one of those frames in the background.
You could probably put more up. I don't know if you guys can see. We have some album cover art up in frames like lame hipsters.
One last record. This is a weird one. I had to get it, even though I was in Iceland. I felt like I should get something that I don't usually see in America. So I ended up buying a Japanese record, so figure that out. It's a band called Loudness. And they're basically, I listened to them, I think there's a little bit of footage of me discovering them on the listening station. It's like a Japanese Motley Crue. This is kind of awesome. They sound like a Japanese Motley Crue, and they look like a Japanese Motley Crue. And yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about this record to know, like, would it be easy to find in the States? Probably, but I saw it and it called to me, and I'm sorry, Iceland, I didn't buy any of your native music.
Well, look, I tried to buy some Bjork, and it was crazy expensive. It was all newer Bjork, like not used stuff, and her newer records. And Bjork is all about crazy special editions and stuff. And they were like 50 ISK, which would have been like 45 US bucks. And I'm like, I don't like these newer Bjork records enough to get these special editions and never play them. So that's it for this video. It was a pretty big haul. We spent a lot of money on records in Iceland. Probably, I think we spent the most in one store. No, that's not true. I spent a lot when I got the 9 Inch Nails and Radiohead for my last haul.
Right. That's because I wasn't there to stop you.
Who gonna stop me? So our next haul will probably be from. Are we doing another haul? I think that may be it. If we get some record store day stuff, we will do a haul. I don't know if we'll continue to do these together. It's hard to frame ourselves, frame us standing because he's such a fucking giant. And I'm regular size.
It's not true. I'm actually 5'3". She's she's a dwarf.
We also, I think we're gonna join Vinyl Me Please.
I just joined today. Got to get that Young Thug vinyl.
Get that special edition
and maybe
Jeffrey.
Nina Simone.
Yeah, something else. But the most important thing is that we get the lilac vinyl of My Name is Jeffrey.
The color of Young Thug's dress. I'm so excited.
So yeah, we'll probably be doing some more hauls. I think we probably need to cool it a little bit on purchasing records.
Probably.
A little bit.
It is great. We gotta spend money on other people.
Yeah, it's Christmas time, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.